All right, man. Torture talk. Oh man, we here for it today, baby. We here for it today. Yes, yes, yes. How y'all doing out there? I know y'all glad to see my beautiful face, the Mr. Beautiful. I'm gonna start calling myself Mr. Wonderful. No more King of the North. It's Mr. Wonderful. Nah, I'm joking. I'm not Kurt Hennig. I am the King of the North. All right, so look, man. Hey, Drake has dropped what they call a response diss or whatever you want to call it. He dropped something. And we're going to break down the bars before this joint gets deleted, because it will get deleted. So before I get into that, you know I got to get a legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work on your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies in 2025. Put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Shout out to everybody that left a donation. Cash App, PayPal. No more PayPal, just Cash App. You know what it is. They call me the hidden gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers to almost 15,000 subscribers. Yes, we almost did the 15,000 subscribers. We'll get $200 right off the rip. I'm telling you, once I have that party, yeah, I'm going to hit your name, you getting that money. And I am the King of the North. You know what it is, man. You know.
The King of the North.
All right, man. So look, let's get to it, man. Let's go. All right, too, Torture Talk After Hours. Make sure y'all go subscribe to that page. I'm over 500. Thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. If you are the 1,000 subscriber, you will get $100. So all you have to do is put 1,000 subscriber when they reach 1,000. Once you hit 1,000, you already know this. So let's get it, man. I'm sorry I'm talking so much. I know y'all ready for this. I'm ready for it. So let's get it, man. Let's go.
I love you.
Yeah. The summer is over, I missed it. Barrel was smoking, I kissed it. Fair showed us the renders for Texas. It's unreal.
All right. So he said, the summer is over. I missed it. The barrel was smoking. I kissed it. Now, I'm gonna listen to it, and then I'm gonna listen to it. Then I'm gonna break it down. So let's listen to it first, and then we break it down. Cause I don't want to be going through the bars like that. So I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna stop it just once or twice for copyright reasons. But let's go.
I love you.
Yeah. The summer is over, I missed it. Barrel was smoking, I kissed it. Fair showed us the renders for Texas. It's unrealistic. Cut him the check, cause I hate reviewing the budgets and limits. Just pay the man. The world fell in love with the gimmicks. Even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know the shit is personal to us, and it wasn't just business. And
I already know that's where he started at. Personal with us. It's never been business. Let's keep it going.
Behavioral patterns is so. The world fell in love with the gimmicks. Even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know the shit is personal to us, and it wasn't just business. Analyzing behavioral patterns is somewhat suspicious. Niggas was never happy for me when I run up the digits, or when I'm breaking world records still as I guzzle a Guinness, or when.
That's a lie. Drake, that's a lie, boy. If you ain't tell a lie, that is a lie. Bro, that's a lie. That is a lie, Drake. No one cared about your numbers? What? Bro, come on, bro. Let's go.
Just business. Analyzing behavioral patterns is somewhat suspicious. Niggas was never happy for me when I run up the digits, or when I'm breaking world records still as I guzzle a Guinness, or when I get my fifth made back cause the color is different. Remember we traded watches, I gave you the Arabic dial, you gave me a numbered edition. You would even check up on my son like a pediatrician. Sure convinced the game.
That bar was fire. I'm not gonna lie. Check up on my son like a pediatrician. That was pretty dope. But who is he talking about there? I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts on who I think he's talking about. Let's run it back a little bit. I don't want to cheat y'all.
Made back cause the color is different. Remember we traded watches, I gave you the Arabic dial, you gave me a numbered edition. You would even check up on my son like a pediatrician. Sure convinced the gang that shit was rooted in love when it isn't. Showed me how different we are, there's blessings in juxtaposition. I guess now you boys gotta abandon your summer tradition. Cold shoulders I gave in the Hamptons, it come with the distance. Figure we was...
That was pretty dope. That was pretty fire. Cold shoulders I gave in the Hamptons. I guess it comes with the distance. Yeah, that was fire. You know, you give somebody the cold shoulder. Yeah, that was pretty dope. All right, let's go.
Show me how different we are, there's blessings in juxtaposition. I guess now you boys gotta abandon your summer tradition. Cold shoulders I gave in the Hamptons, it come with the distance. Figure we was always gonna be close like ovens and kitchens. I was sadly mistaken, the loyalty wasn't a given. It's all good. And niggas cry the blues for you saying it wasn't malicious. Talking about we family, well I'm not the cousin to visit. God.
That was fire. That was pretty dope. Niggas cried the blues for you. Yeah, that was dope. Let's go.
It's all good. And niggas cry the blues for you saying it wasn't malicious. Talking about we family, well I'm not the cousin to visit. God forbid we ever gotta tarnish your public image. All that brother talk as if I really discovered a sibling. 6 degrees, my memories retrieving our humble beginnings. Niggas wanted trouble, grabbed a shovel and dug us some ditches. Cover my body in dirt, but that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was a body double and we've done dozens of switches. Niggas tried to light the front gate up.
This dude is wild. Yo, this dude, bro, I'm telling you, it's one thing I love about rappers, man. I tell people this all the time. If you are a good lyricist, whether he wrote this or not, we don't know who wrote it, but just saying whoever wrote it, they pen is pretty good, right? So he says, you buried me, but that wasn't me. That was a body double. So it's like, rappers can write their way out of anything. If you're a good lyricist, you can write your way out of anything. Trust me. I know because I'm a great lyricist. And let's keep it going. That was pretty clever. I like that.
In dirt, but that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was a body double and we've done dozens of switches. Niggas tried to light the front gate up, it wasn't for Christmas. I said a prayer that morning for Sean and it wasn't religious. It came from a place of desperation and utter submission. Rapping was over for now, it came like a sudden decision. I don't give a fuck about you snakes or these other musicians. Niggas started fucking with my family, I'm going to prison. And we all crashing out together, my brother's complicit. Who put a pipe bomb in your trunk? It was an exhibit. I'm trying to blow the doors off that bitch when you touch the ignition. But then I gotta remember who made this shit come to fruition. It's me.
All right, so that was pretty clever, but I got two things I want to say about those bars when I break it down. Let's keep it going.
Who's got the most to lose and who's in that other position? Signal conversations where I hope they got double encryption. I hate to see the empire crumble on judges' convictions. This nigga pulled a rabbit out the hat and y'all love a magician. It's funny to see you all rejoicing and hugging and kissing. What are we celebrating? I'll rent out the club at Edition. Nothing was the same with all you bitches and nothing's forgiven. But next time, bury me in gold. My blood is Egyptian. The Dennis James come out when the vodka is flooding my system. I don't have a drinking problem. I got a subtle addiction. I got my father's habits and I got my mother's permission. My dad has another child.
Ah, man, I got so much to say about this. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let's keep it going.
James come out when the vodka is flooding my system. I don't have a drinking problem. I got a subtle addiction. I got my father's habits and I got my mother's permission. My dad has another child. I told him that wasn't my sister. Grew up with dozens of Jews, churches with dozens of Christians. Also developed a deep respect for the Muslim religion. I'm staring at my daddy while y'all tell me I wasn't that nigga. That's fucking crazy.
Oh, man. All right, so let's run it back. We're going to go through these bars, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just pretty interesting. Then I'm gonna give my assessment on how I feel, whether I scored or not. But let's keep it. Let's break these bars. Let's go.
I love you.
Yeah. The summer is over, I missed it. Barrel was smoking, I kissed it. Fair showed us the renders for Texas, it's unrealistic.
Okay, so he said the summer is over. I missed it. The barrel was smoking. I kissed it. So he is admitting defeat. In my opinion, this is all my opinion. He's admitting defeat to Kendrick. So he's basically saying like the barrel was smoking, and I kissed it. Basically, like he took the shot, he got me, and I kissed the barrel with a gun. You know what I'm saying? Which is a clever way of putting it. You know what I'm saying? Like basically like if you would be like if I die, I'm not going to die on my knees. I'm going to die standing up. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he's saying. That was a pretty clever bar. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. The summer is over, I missed it. Barrel was smoking, I kissed it. Fair showed us the renders for Texas, it's unrealistic. Cut him the check, cause I hate reviewing the budgets and limits.
Now here he's saying cut him the check because I hate reviewing the budgets and limits. So I don't know who he's talking about. He could be talking, but it has to be with. From what I'm hearing, this is probably something. You know what I mean? He's probably responded to what Kendrick said about put money on him or something. He's saying just cut the dude the check. Like I don't care. Like basically saying I don't care for the money. Like it is what it is. I'm gonna put the money out. But he could be saying that too. But let's keep it going.
The summer is over, I missed it. Barrel was smoking, I kissed it. Fair showed us the renders for Texas, it's unrealistic. Cut him the check, cause I hate reviewing the budgets and limits. Just pay the man. The world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute.
So he says the world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets. So basically saying like, he's basically saying like Kendrick, I don't know if he's saying Kendrick is a gimmick. I think he's saying that the what happened was the gimmick. I don't think he's saying Kendrick is a gimmick. I think he's saying the world fell in love with Not Like Us, and Not Like Us is a gimmicky song because obviously he's saying he's not that guy. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying that all his friends, all his brothers, they all got tickets. So basically saying like all the people that he thought was his brothers, they really not his brothers. You're really not my brothers. Like y'all all supporting this dude, or y'all not saying nothing. Like y'all all got tickets to him, and he could be also referring to YG because what happened at the pop out. You know what I'm saying? At the pop out, YG was at the pop out, and he's saying basically referring like all my brothers got tickets. I don't think that. I think he's necessarily saying that all his brothers got tickets, but I don't necessarily believe he means. You know when people say brother, they don't actually mean my real brother. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking he's talking like people he probably worked with, and they probably embraced Kendrick or whatever in a subtle way. Let's keep it going.
Check, cause I hate reviewing the budgets and limits. Just pay the man. The world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know the shit is personal to us, and it wasn't just business.
And he said, even my brothers got tickets. Just know that it was personal. It was never business. So he's talking about him and Kendrick going back and forth was a personal thing. So this goes deeper than what we probably think. You know what I'm saying? It's much deeper than that. And I think that there's something else going on that Drake and Kendrick hasn't spoke on yet. And it might be something crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. But that's what he's saying. So let's run it. Let's keep going.
Just pay the man. The world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know the shit is personal to us, and it wasn't just business. Analyzing behavioral patterns is somewhat suspicious. Niggas was never happy for me when I run up the digits, or when I'm.
So here, I believe he's starting to get into LeBron James, right? Now, I will question this because he was happy for you, but I believe that Drake feels some type of way that people are celebrating Not Like Us. But where Drake is being fake at is people were celebrating Hotline Bling. People were celebrating Tootsie Slide. People were celebrating God's Plan. God damn, they were celebrating God's plan. People were celebrating any song that you did, you know what I'm saying, that was like on top. You know what I'm saying? One dance. One dance. People were celebrating one dance. You know what I'm saying? I need a one dance. People were celebrating that, bro. So don't act as if like because Kendrick, you know, put the beats on you, he put the Dr. Dre special edition black on black beats on you. You know what I'm saying? Don't act as if like like, come on, bro. Don't do this.
Just know the shit is personal to us and it wasn't just business. Analyzing behavioral patterns is someone suspicious. Niggas was never happy for me when I run up the digits, or when I'm breaking world records still as I guzzle a Guinness, or when I get my fifth made back cause the color is different. Remember we traded watches, I gave you the Arabic dial, you gave me a numbered edition. You would even...
Now, I don't know who he talking about. If he's speaking on Maybachs, he could be either talking about Ross or he could be talking about LeBron. Now, I don't know if they ever switch watches. Maybe someone in the comments or a video will come out breaking that part down. I don't know. But the person that he switched it with will know. Now, I don't think he's talking about Future. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the case. But I believe he's talking about LeBron in this part. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe LeBron, he looked at LeBron as like a big brother. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I think that I think Drake is more hurt by LeBron than anybody else when it comes to him being close to people. That's what I believe. Let's keep it going.
Record still as I guzzle a Guinness, or when I get my fifth made back cause the color is different. Remember we traded watches, I gave you the Arabic dial, you gave me a numbered edition. You would even check up on my son like a pediatrician.
Okay, so that bar was fire. Check up on my son like a pediatrician. I'm still thinking that he's talking about LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Definitely think he's talking about LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Because LeBron is a family man, and he obviously ain't talking about Kendrick in this part. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't switch this out. I'm thinking he's talking about LeBron. Let's keep it going.
It's the gang, and shit was rooted in love when it is. Remember we traded watches, I gave you the Arabic dial, you gave me a numbered edition. You would even check up on my son like a pediatrician. Sure convinced the gang that shit was rooted in love when it isn't. Show me how different.
He said, all right, so and that right there lets me know that I believe he's talking about LeBron. This bar right here, when he said about
watches, I gave you the Arabic dial, you gave me a numbered edition. You would even check up on my son like a pediatrician. Sure convinced the gang that shit was rooted in love when it isn't. Show me how different.
You sure convinced the game that it was rooted in love, but it wasn't. Well, it isn't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that that's what he's talking about. Sure, like a short shot, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking. He kind of masked that very well. If he's talking about LeBron, I'm thinking that's where he's going with it.
We are, there's blessings in just you gave me a numbered edition. You would even check up on my son like a pediatrician. Sure convinced the gang that shit was rooted in love when it isn't. Show me how different we are, there's blessings in juxtaposition. I guess now you boys gotta abandon your summer tradition. Cold shoulders I gave in the Hamptons, it come with the distance. Figure we was always gonna be close like ovens and kitchens. I was sadly mistaken.
All right, so he's talking about, he's definitely talking about LeBron still, but he's also talking about how LeBron is supporting Kendrick in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because he's saying like it's like basically like you boys basically, yeah, it's gonna be a cold. I'm giving y'all the cold shoulder. Like it's over for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But if you listen to what he's saying, he basically breaking it apart because he went from one person to a bunch of people. So I'm thinking like he's looking at it from the point, and then also too, I think about it. LeBron did do something recently where he was talking about man in the garden, like I deserve it all. And I'm not saying he did this right after that. It could have been, but I believe that that's the reason why he is, why this is leaking right now. But let's keep it going.
I guess now you boys gotta abandon your summer tradition. Cold shoulders I gave in the Hamptons, it come with the distance. Figure we was always gonna be close like ovens and kitchens. I was sadly mistaken, the loyalty wasn't a given. Sorry.
So also too, he also could be talking about all the people that he helped or he believed he helped they're going to have to do something different now in the summer because I'm not helping y'all no more. That's basically what I believe he's talking about right here. Because if you think about it, he's saying like, y'all summers are going to be different now because I ain't putting y'all on no tracks. I ain't helping y'all. That's not working no more for me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Cold shoulders I gave in the Hamptons, it come with the distance. Figured we was always gonna be close like ovens and kitchens. I was sadly mistaken, the loyalty wasn't a given. It's all good. And niggas cry the blues for you saying it wasn't malicious. Talking about we family, well I'm not the cousin to visit. He wasn't a given. It's all good. And niggas cry the blues for you saying it wasn't malicious. Talking about we family.
He said niggas cried the blues when they saying it wasn't malicious. I'm thinking that, hold on, let me run that back again because I need to make sure that that's what he said because it could be, the words could be wrong.
I was sadly mistaken, the loyalty wasn't a given. It's all good. And niggas cry the blues for you saying it wasn't malicious. Talking about we family, well I'm not the cousin to visit. God for.
All right, so again, I still believe he's talking about LeBron here because he said niggas cried the blues saying that it wasn't malicious. So he basically saying like LeBron James was doing some things, you know what I'm saying? Basically playing Kendrick's song, popping out the concert and all this stuff. That's another person that was at the pop out was LeBron. And Drake is basically saying like, yeah, niggas cried the blues saying like, nah, it wasn't malicious, bro. Nah, they ain't nothing. Nah, what you talking about, bro? Nah, nah. He's saying like, nah, I'm gonna treat this like distant cousins. I'm not even trying to visit no more. Like, nah. So that's basically what I believe he's saying here.
It's all good. And niggas cry the blues for you saying it wasn't malicious. Talking about we family, well I'm not the cousin to visit. God forbid we ever gotta tarnish your public image. All that brother talk is.
Yeah, I 100% believe he's talking about LeBron now. You know what I'm saying? He's basically saying like, cause LeBron is a public figure, and he's saying, I don't have to tarnish your public image. He definitely ain't talking about Kendrick in this part, because Kendrick never said that they were brothers. At least I never heard that. Maybe y'all could point to it. He never said they were brothers. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely, I believe he's talking about LeBron. Keep it going.
Niggas cry the blues for you saying it wasn't malicious. Talking about we family, well I'm not the cousin to visit. God forbid we ever gotta tarnish your public image. All that brother talk as if I really discovered a sibling. 6 degrees, my memories retrieving our humble beginnings. Niggas wanted trouble, grabbed a shovel and dug up some ditches. Cover my body in dirt, but that wasn't me.
Yeah, so okay, so now he goes into from LeBron and basically saying like, you watch niggas cover my body in dirt, but that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Like you was on the opposite side, but that wasn't me. That's what I believe he's saying. I believe he's transitioning now into talking about what happened to him during the summer. Now he's admitting in a way, which is very clever, by the way. It's very clever by Drake. He's admitting that he did get killed, or he did get bodied. But he's saying that wasn't him. That was a body double. You know what I'm saying? That which is very clever, very clever. That's a very clever way of putting it. You know what I'm saying? So, which means that most likely he's gonna try to be on some different shit. And if I was him, I would run with that. I would say, yeah, you killed the old me, but this is the new me. I would 100% run with that. You know what I'm saying? Even though Kendrick is gonna come back and kill the new him. Let's go.
6 degrees, my memories retrieving our humble beginnings. Niggas wanted trouble, grabbed a shovel and dug up some ditches. Cover my body in dirt, but that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was a body double and we've done dozens of switches. Niggas tried to light the front gate up, it wasn't for Christmas. I said.
So he said that wasn't me. He said that was a body double. You know what I'm saying? And we done dozens of switches. Now, here's the thing, right? he also could be talking about The Weeknd. Because if you think about it, right, him and The Weeknd had an issue, and he gets into it here with his house getting shot up. So he also could be referring to The Weeknd, because I believe when not Drake, but when someone writes Drake's raps, I'm not gonna say, when someone writes Drake's stuff, or he seems like he's is writing this. That's what he's trying to put it out there. But anyway, let's just forget all that. Let's just say we already know Drake has a ghostwriter, but we're just gonna forget the ghostwriter for now. We're just gonna say that because I don't feel like keep referring to the ghostwriter because I don't know who he is. But let's just say when Drake does this, he has a lot of, sometimes he has triple entendres within one bar, and you have to really break down. He's saying he's very good at hiding stuff. That's why I believe he did that with the triple X thing. But he's very good at hiding things. You gotta pay close attention. So, because he'll be talking about one thing and he'll jump subjects on you. So you gotta pay attention. So, all right, let's go.
That wasn't me. That was a body double and we've done dozens of switches. Niggas tried to light the front gate up, it wasn't for Christmas. I said a prayer that morning for Sean and it wasn't religious. It came from a place of desperation and utter submission. Rapping was over.
So he said a prayer for Sean, but it wasn't religious. Now I don't know if Sean is the person who is his, because he could be referring to Sean Jay-Z, he could be referring to Sean Combs. He could also be referring to if his bodyguard name is Sean. I'm gonna lean with more bodyguard name, not Jay-Z and not what's the name. But why would he be praying for Jay-Z and it's not religious? I don't understand that, because Jay-Z, who knows? But let's keep it going.
Niggas tried to light the front gate up, it wasn't for Christmas. I said a prayer that morning for Sean and it wasn't religious. It came from a place of desperation and utter submission. Rapping was over for now, it came like a sudden decision. I don't give a fuck about you snakes or these other musicians. Niggas.
Yeah, so okay, so now he's definitely talking about The Weeknd right now, in my opinion. Because supposedly The Weeknd and his crew has something to do with Drake's what's the name, because it was a retaliation from what happened to what's the name. And then he comes out and he says, I don't care about all you snakes and musicians. Now, we are not going to say that Kendrick Lamar is a musician. I'm thinking that he's talking about The Weeknd, because Weeknd is a musician. Now, Kendrick is a rapper. I would say he's the musician, but I don't think Drake would refer to Kendrick as a musician. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I believe. And I also believe that there is somebody in in The Weeknd's camp that's close to Drake too. You know what I'm saying? Or they are not close, but they were close, or somebody's brother or something like that. I was reading about it. Let's go.
It came from a place of desperation and utter submission. Rapping was over for now, it came like a sudden decision. I don't give a fuck about you snakes or these other musicians. Niggas started fucking with my family, I'm going to prison. And we all crashing out together, my brother's complicit. Who put up.
So, okay, so now there's again back to the double entendre thing. So now I believe he's also talking about Kendrick. He said, "Just talk with my family, I'm going to prison." Basically, you start talking about my mom, you start talking about my father, my son. Yeah, I'm going to prison. Or he could be saying, you don't know what could have had happened at my house, and you had somebody shooting up or whatever. So he could be also talking about The Weeknd. You know what I'm saying? I'll let y'all know Weeknd gets down like that, man. Like he might be a singer, but yeah, I heard he used to be one of them guys back in the day. That's what a lot of people used to say.
Decision. I don't give a fuck about you snakes or these other musicians. Niggas started fucking with my family, I'm going to prison. And we all crashing out together, my brother's complicit. Who put a pipe bomb in your trunk? It was an exhibit. I'm trying to blow the doors off that bitch when you touch the ignition. But that.
All right, so now we definitely know he's talking about Kendrick right here, right? Because what album just came out talking about a car? GNX. So he's basically saying he's going to trick out GNX like the exhibit, which was a fire bar, put a pipe bomb in it in the trunk. As soon as he touches the ignition, it's going to blow. You know what I'm saying? So basically saying like, this is what the mob used to do back in the day, whatever. So we know he's talking about Kendrick right here in that bar. He's 100% talking about Kendrick in that bar.
In a prison, and we all crashing out together. My brother's complicit. Who put a pipe bomb in your trunk and was an exhibit? I'm trying to blow the doors off that bitch when you touch the ignition. But then I gotta remember who made this shit come to fruition. It's me.
He put a pipe bomb in it, but he gotta remember who made this come to fruition. But so basically, he's blaming himself. Like, well, the reason why this is all happening is because of me. You know what I'm saying? This is what I believe he's saying. I have to remember who brought this to fruition. It was me. So me doing all this to you, like he's basically, and I'm in my analysis at the end of what I really believe he's saying in this song. But let's keep it going.
Your trunk and was an exhibit. I'm trying to blow the doors off that bitch when you touch the ignition. But then I gotta remember who made this shit come to fruition. It's me. Who's got the most to lose and who's in that other position? Signal conversations where I hope they got double encryption. I hate to see that.
Now, he said, who's in that? He said, it's me. So he basically said, I got the most to lose out of this whole thing. It's me. If this ain't no conversation, me, I hope it's double encrypted. Because he basically saying like, okay, so I know you've been watching me, but I also got people and watching you too. I got tabs on you too. You know what I'm saying? This is basically what he's saying. But he's saying like it's double encrypted. Like you better hope that what you guys double encrypt. And that also leans towards more Kendrick saying that he's a Gemini too, listening. So, which was another clever bar by Drake. Let's keep it going.
It's me. Who's got the most to lose and who's in that other position? Signal conversations where I hope they got double encryption. I hate to see the empire crumble on judges' convictions. This nigga pulled a rabbit out.
Yeah, that bar right there, I hate to see the empire crumble off of judges' convictions, is going to really hurt him. I don't think he should have said that bar. I hate to see the empire fall off of judges' convictions. Yeah, that bar is gonna sting him. That bar is gonna really haunt him because people are gonna say, "Yeah, you deliberately are going to the police, or you're deliberately trying to take people to court." You know what I'm saying? And for you to say you hate it, why do you hate it? You the one brought it to fruition. I don't understand why you hate it. But he also is saying, he also is taking credit for bringing everything to fruition. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it going. I want to see what else he said before.
Who's got the most to lose and who's in that other position? Signal conversations where I hope they got double encryption. I hate to see the empire crumble on judges' convictions. This nigga pulled a rabbit out the hat and y'all love a magician. It's funny to see you all rejoicing and hugging and kissing.
So he said, basically saying that Kendrick pulled the rabbit out of the hat and y'all love a magician. So basically he's saying like Not Like Us is a one-of-a-kind song. And he basically saying like, well, he basically pulled off something that I didn't think he could do. And y'all all love a magician because he probably can't do it again. That's basically what he's saying. He's saying like, well, y'all love him. Y'all love a magician. Like he just pulled a rabbit out of the hat, like poof. Like, but he also could be saying he pulled the rabbit out of the hat because Kendrick's saying the rabbit hole goes deep. So he could be also referring to, that's why he used the rabbit thing. And he also could be saying like, what else do a magician do? The magician makes people disappear. So he also could be like, he pulled the rabbit out of the hat and he put me in the box and pulled the rabbit out of the hat, made me disappear. So it could be a bunch of different references that go with that. That bar is pretty clever, but at the same time, I'm not going to say it's detrimental, but it's something that I think Drake should be careful with saying, because people could say, well, yeah, he was a magician. He got your ass out of here. Poof, you gone. You know what I'm saying?
Double encryption. I hate to see the empire crumble on judges' convictions. This nigga pulled a rabbit out the hat and y'all love a magician. It's funny to see you all rejoicing and hugging and kissing. What are we celebrating? I'll rent out the club at Edition.
So he said, it's funny to see y'all celebrating, hugging and kissing. Now see, here's my issue that I have with Drake. Drake, you can tell Drake is a jaded person. He is a torn man. I'm gonna tell y'all why, right? He's very, 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 very insecure because he's so worried about what other people think. This guy is damn near a billionaire. He has everything that he can ever want in life. He had multiple women that most people wouldn't dream of having. But you are still worried about people having fun or having a good time to a diss song. It's like Drake is a strong individual in the game, in the music industry, but he's a weak man. You know what I'm saying? That's the part. And he also hasn't grown as a man. So this is the reason why he is in the position he's in emotionally and mentally, because he's not a stand-up man. He's not a stoic man. You know what I'm saying? Drake he's in a man's body, but he's still moving around like a child. That's the thing. And I think that's the reason why it's so hard for him to accept that he lost. I'll put it to you like this. Nas battled Jay-Z. Nas beat Jay-Z. Most people would say, right? But Jay-Z's a stoic man. Stood up, kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? That was it. He didn't let nothing stop him. Now, I would say that he could have did that with Kendrick. But see, the thing is, I don't think that I think Drake feels like Kendrick isn't on his level. But I think now, moving forward, Drake is going to have a difference. He's going to have a different way of approaching Kendrick. We'll see. Let's keep it going.
Was the same with all you bitches and nothing's that had it, y'all love a magician. It's funny to see you all rejoicing and hugging and kissing. What are we celebrating? I rent out the club at Edition. Nothing was the same with all you bitches and nothing's forgiven. But next time, bury me in gold. My blood is Egyptian. The Dennis James.
We have a rebuttal back to with what's his name, to Kendrick, but he's also admitting again that he lost because he said, when you kill me next time, bury me with gold like an Egyptian. Like, there, I'm out of, you got me. You know what I'm saying? But just make sure next time you bury me with gold like an Egyptian. Basically, like saying, like, I'm still the most valuable. Put me with my valuables. Like, I'm still that guy. I mean, that's very clever way of putting it too. And I think he's doing some work here. He's doing some work. I ain't gonna lie. Doing some work.
What are we celebrating? I rent out the club at Edition. Nothing was the same with all you bitches and nothing's forgiven. But next time, bury me in gold. My blood is Egyptian. The Dennis James come out when the vodka is.
He said, next time, bury me with gold. My blood is Egyptian. So, so he's basically saying, okay, my bloodline is black. You know what I'm saying? And it's from the Egyptians. So when Kendrick said in Whacked Out Mirrors, he said, where you from? We all indigenous. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying, well, my blood is Egyptian. You know what I'm saying? So if you indigenous, my blood is Egyptian. Very good rebuttal. Very good. That was very good.
I rent out the club at Edition. Nothing was the same with all you bitches and nothing's forgiven. But next time, bury me in gold. My blood is Egyptian. The Dennis James come out when the vodka is flooding my system. I don't have a drinking problem. I got a subtle addiction. I got my.
Now that's definitely to respond to, because I think Meek the Grams, he said he had a drinking problem, women problem. And he definitely said, like, he talking about his dad, Dennis. I think that's his dad's name. I don't know. Dennis James. I don't know who that is. I believe that's his dad's name. His dad's name is Dennis. Yeah, Dennis James. So he's saying when he drinks, his black side comes out of him, which is crazy for him to say. But he's saying when I drink, that's when he said, but I got my mother's permission, which was pretty dope. And then he also says he don't have a drinking problem. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he kind of saying he do have a drinking problem. But he's saying that he don't have a drinking problem. His dad has a drinking problem because he got that from his dad. You know what I'm saying? So my dad was the one who had has the drinking problem, and I drink, and that's who comes out. It ain't me. It's my dad. he stayed throwing his dad under the bus. That's crazy. Yo.
But next time, bury me in gold. My blood is Egyptian. The Dennis James come out when the vodka is flooding my system. I don't have a drinking problem. I got a subtle addiction. I got my father's habits and I got my mother's permission. My dad has another child. I told him that wasn't my sister. Grew up with dozens of Jews.
So he said, my dad has another child. I told him that wasn't my sister. Who is he? I don't, now that bar is confusing me because I know that's a double. I'm not going to lie. I know that's a double, but I just don't know where and what it's from. He's saying my dad has a daughter. I think he did. I think his dad do have a daughter, but maybe that's not what he's talking about. But I believe his dad does have a daughter. And maybe she said she don't like him or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe y'all can let me know in the comments on that bar. That bar kind of confused me. But let's keep it going. Run it back a little bit.
I don't have a drinking problem. I got a subtle addiction. I got my father's habits and I got my mother's permission. My dad has another child. I told him that wasn't my sister. Grew up with dozens of Jews, churches with dozens of Christians. Also developed a deep respect.
Okay. So he's saying like his dad, I think this is what he's saying. His dad has another child, but that wasn't my sister because I grew up in church. I grew up around Muslims. I grew up around. So he basically saying maybe his dad's daughter is the devil. I don't know what he's really talking about there, but he could be saying something.
For the Muslim religion, I'm staring at my daddy while y'all tell me another child. I told him that wasn't my sister. Grew up with dozens of Jews, churches with dozens of Christians. Also developed a deep respect for the Muslim religion. I'm staring at my daddy while y'all tell me I wasn't that nigga. That's fucking crazy.
He said he's staring at his dad while he tell him he wasn't that nigga. Like basically saying like, yeah, my dad is what put all this in me, and you trying to tell me I ain't that nigga. Like, yeah, that was a nice double too. So let's keep going. All right. So look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This was okay. It's enough to spark a conversation, and it's enough to break some things down. I think that he got to the point where Kendrick is just doing so much, especially with Whacked Out Murals. I think he felt like, yeah, I gotta say something back, and that's what I respect Drake for. I respect Drake not for the antics that he do, but when it comes down to putting pen to paper, he will do that. And he ain't one of them guys that sit back and just get steamrolled. He's gonna fight back. And to be honest with y'all, that's what's making this thing exciting because he keeps it going. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's through antics or whether it's through rapping, he keeps it going. And I know a lot of people hate that. And I'll say a little bit of me kind of hate it too. But at the same time, I love to see this now. How do I feel about this? I think this was more of a admitting defeat than anything. And I also think that he kind of gave Kendrick some props in this joint. If you think about it, there's a lot of stuff that he said that basically is admitting defeat and not necessarily giving Kendrick props, but basically saying like, yeah, I can't believe that this happened. I underestimated him. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. I think he's looking at it like, well, I underestimated this guy. I can't believe that he pulled the rabbit out of the hat. Like, I can't believe this. Like, what? Like, and y'all love a magician. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did something like made me disappear. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then like when it get to the LeBron James part, I think that was the most impactful of this song. You know what I'm saying? I think he was basically saying like he was really hurt by LeBron, turning his back on him. Now, we don't know exactly what happened with him and LeBron. We don't. But we do know what we see on social media. And he's saying like people cried the blues for LeBron, basically saying like, yeah, they cried the blues and I ain't trying to hear that. Like, nah, it wasn't malicious, dog. Nah, he didn't do that. It wasn't like that. Nah, it was. That's how he's taking it. And he also talked about GNX, where he basically saying like he put a pipe bomb in the trunk and Exhibit tricks out the rise. And GNX is a exclusive car. I believe they only made like 500-600 cars of that kind. So he basically saying like, and then he also came back and said, well, I had to realize that I was the one it was me that did all this. And then the whole body double thing, basically saying like, well, you really didn't kill me, you killed my body double. You know what I'm saying? And we switch back and forth. And that kind of lends to Drake's it kind of lends to not Drake, I'm sorry. It kind of lends to Kendrick Lamar saying he's a Gemini. So Drake is basically saying like, well, I have a body double too. So you're a Gemini? Well, I have a body double. It's like everything that Kendrick is saying, Drake has a rebuttal for it, but only him and Kendrick knows. A lot of y'all wouldn't know unless we sit here and dissect the bars, but they know. And these dudes are going to constantly, forever, go back and forth with each other because they are the alpha and omega. They are the yin and the yang. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. They the opposites. You know, they plus and the minus. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Like, so I'm thinking that this is what it is. As far as like I said, with the G and X thing, he mentioned Exhibit, you know, so Exhibit like to trick out cars and put a bike bomb in the trunk. You know what I mean? And then he basically was saying like, well, I had to think about it because, but that line about the court system, yeah, that's gonna. He kind of almost ruined the whole joint off of that line. He should have never put that in there. But you got to expect that from Drake because when it comes down to it, Drake loves to spill how he feels, whether it's a lie or the truth. Of it's how he feels. And then also, I also feel like he's upset that everybody is happy that he has fallen. This is basically what the song is basically saying. Like, all y'all so happy that I fell, but ain't nothing happened to me because I still got all my money. I still brought a ranch in Texas. I still did this. I still did that. I'm still winning. You know what I'm saying? Still drinking Guinness out of these championship cups, championship, you know what I'm saying, World Cups and all this stuff. So, but very, very, very interesting rap that he has dropped. And I love to break it down. That was actually a pretty good breakdown. But thank y'all for joining me. This will be up right away. 6 o'clock show is still coming up. So, all right, it's ironic that the 6 o'clock show is about people fearing Kendrick. That's still going to drop. All right, see y'all. Peace. Bye.